been a hectic Thursday for the Chicago Bears after ESPN's Seth Wickersham, ahead of his book release, some juice got released about Caleb's pre-draft process, about initial reservations about not wanting to come to the Chicago Bears. That obviously changed. Ben Johnson hopped on the herd with Colin Cowherd, addressed that and a number of other things when it comes to his young quarterback. So we're going to talk about Ben's response. I think it was really good that he went on the show today and said what he said. But if you want more on that bombshell report, I broke it all down for you guys earlier today on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, go to the content tab. If you see this thumbnail, that is the video if you want to get more information about what Seth Wickersham reported. Okay, Colin Cowherd's question to Ben Johnson was this. He said, quote, "I reported it a year ago, and Seth Wickersham reported it today. Caleb was worried about the Bears' offense, like offensive history. How do you ensure that when there are bumps in this division, and there are bumps for him, that those fears, which are now reported, that he doesn't lose faith in your system?" Ben Johnson, and this is a long response, so stay tuned. You talk about fears. I don't see it quite the same way. I see this as what a great opportunity that we have to do something that's never been done. There's never been a 4,000-yard passer in this franchise, and I think Caleb's going to be the first one. One of many years where he's going to accomplish that feat. I see a chance for greatness here for him. He's been communicative in that way. He feels the same way. I don't know about what's gone on before I joined the organization, but he's very proud to be a Chicago Bear. That's what our conversations have included. He's really excited to get to work right now and be the best version of himself for 2025. There's no question we'll face adversity. We want to see growth over the course of the season. It's not going to be linear growth. It's going to be a little bit of ups and downs along the way, but we want to see from game 1 to 17 that we're getting better as a whole. That's not just him. That's us as a team as well. I'm excited. That's what makes coaching fun. When the hiccups occur, when the adversity strikes, how do you respond to it? That's when you find out who you are as a man. I love this from Ben Johnson, and I recommend, and I'm sure it's posted on the Herd YouTube channel, whatever, that you go listen to Ben Johnson. Do it after this show on that show. Go check it out. I just love what he had to say, and I love how he said it, right? Like, no waiver, no concerns, no hesitations, acknowledging, like, yeah, this history hasn't had a 4,000-yard passer, but myself, we intend to change that. Like, I'm an offensive-minded coach. Caleb's a talented quarterback. We're coming in here chasing greatness. I see greatness in him. That should calm the waters of the ESPN report. It's like, okay, yeah, it sucks to hear some of that. Yeah, it's not ideal. You know what, though? That's 15 months ago. This is here. This is now. Let's move forward. Like, that is what matters. What you do today, tomorrow, and moving forward for all of us is what matters, but especially in this situation. You can't dwell on what feelings were in February of 2024. Caleb's here now. He wants to be coached hard under Ben Johnson. He's on the record of saying that, and there's a lot of talent here. Like, this team could do big things this year, and Caleb can throw for 4,000-plus yards for years to come, and we've never seen that in Chicago. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this head coach. Show Ben Johnson some love by liking this video, because that's my coach, and Caleb's my quarterback, and this pairing has a chance to be really, really special. More from Ben Johnson when talking about his quarterback as well, because he was kind of asked about Colin, like, hey, like, how do you balance, like, Caleb, just take the layups, or scheming him easy completions versus, hey, go let him, chase the big ones, kind of Mahomes style, yada, yada, yada. And Ben said this. He says, Caleb was taken as a high draft pick because of that playmaking ability. We don't want to neuter that. There's a fine line of understanding what we're doing, but at the same time, when things don't go to plan, we're not going to discourage his playmaking ability and his ability to create. I trust Ben Johnson. He is a proven offensive designer and play caller. And that people get the two twisted. It's not just being a good play caller on Sundays. It's game planning during the week. It's hammering out the details. It's understanding how to attack that specific opponent. It's sequencing play calling. It's not just one good play call here, one good play call there. Hell, Shane Waldron had some individual good play calls last season, right? Like the Cole Kmet touchdown in London comes to mind. That was a really creative play, but he couldn't stack it. He couldn't sequence plays consistently. I trust Ben Johnson to lean into Caleb's strengths, and yeah, let's scheme up some easy completions, especially, if you're coming off a rocky series or early in a game to get them into a rhythm. But also, like, hey, go do what you do great, be special, and create the double, the triple, even if a single is still there sometimes. Like, you don't want to take that out of his game because then you're limiting who he could be as a player. Like, Jared Goff can't do that. That's why it was a lot of just take the layups and then, set up play action, get the downfield passing game, which we want to see those things as well. But the extra play after the play, that's what Caleb can do, whereas a guy like Jared Goff cannot. And by the way, that's where the O-line comes in as well. So not only do you have a play caller who is going to scheme easier completions for Caleb to get the ball out of his hands more often, because that does have to happen, but on occasion and when the time is right for him to chase a bigger play, or when the initial read or two isn't there, this offensive line should keep him alive longer, and then his creativity, his playmaking ability could just take over the natural instincts to go make a big play, which we saw a decent amount last year, but not probably as often as we should have because the offensive line just wasn't good enough. So the combination of the Ben Johnson addition as the head coach and play caller with the O-line additions should pay dividends for Caleb's development in year 2. All right, coming up next, this quote from Ben Johnson should fire you up even more, so stay tuned for that. But first, you guys have got to get going with the Hall of Fame app. Today's sponsor is the Hall of Fame app. Have you ever been one leg away from hitting a massive parlay, but it got ruined by a blocked field goal, maybe an unexpected strikeout or an unlucky buzzer beater? How about a missed extra point? Nothing worse than that. We've all been there. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of throwing money away at parlays that I have a good gut feeling about. That's where the HOF app has completely changed the game. The Hall of Fame app was founded by huge sports fans who just happen to be giant data nerds that graduated from Ivy League schools. The Hall of Fame app is going to give you a leg up on Vegas by using historical data, matchup grades, leg correlation tools, and player performance insights. I've won multiple parlays recently, which included the under in a key game in the Thunder Nuggets series. With a 4.9 rating in the App Store and over 6,000 five-star reviews, it's safe to say that the HOF app has already helped a lot of people win smarter. For a limited time only, our listeners not only get a 7-day free trial, but also 50% off their first month when you use code CHAT at checkout. That's code CHAT at checkout. Download the HOF app. Use code CHAT. 7-day free trial. 50% off your first month. Code CHAT. You are good to go. Get started today, as the code CHAT's in the comments and description of this video to remind you of that deal. Okay, more Ben Johnson on Caleb Williams. He was asked, hey, how do you just develop him, right? Like, how do you get him going and just get him more comfortable? And I love this quote from Ben. It starts with what we're doing right now, establishing the intent of every play call. Let me repeat that. Establishing the intent of every play call. It takes time. It takes a number of reps. But the more time we spend together with myself, Declan Doyle, JT Barrett, and with the quarterbacks, the more it comes to light and why we're calling plays and where that ball should go. It sounds easy, but it's like, yes, not only are we calling this play, but here's why we're calling it, and here is the progression of it, and here is how you should go through the read of it, and ideally this is where the ball goes. But if that's covered, it should go here, right? Like, I just feel like when I watch the Bears the last few years offensively, everything's just clunky. It's like there's no space between routes. Like, how many times last year we're watching a play and it's like 3 receivers were within a 10-yard radius. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, like, it's the details. Like, that's the word I would use. And I saw Dan Orlovsky say it today when talking about the Lions. Like, I don't think we're talking enough about how the Ben Johnson loss in Detroit because of how detail-oriented that offense was. Ben Johnson is not going to skip steps on details. We heard that a lot with Shane Waldron last year. They would just let shit go in practice when a mistake was made. No, you got to harp on the details, and that's what they're doing right now in the springtime. We've heard Ben Johnson a number of times say, yeah, fundamentals, details. That's what we're hammering home right now. Because you can't ride a bike before you kind of fall a few times, right? Like you're going to be on a tricycle first, then you're going to go to just a normal bike. You're going to fall. Like you don't just wake up and you know how to ride a bike. It doesn't work that way. Like it just does not. So I would just encourage you, just listen to the guy talk. He knows offense. Does that mean he's going to be a great coach? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't in terms of a head coach. But he knows what he's doing when it comes to offensive football, which excites me because the Bears do not know what they're doing historically when it comes to offense. Okay, one more here. Colin kind of asked him, hey, like, was there ever a moment like, oh, that's why he was the number one pick, like something that stood out in practice? And obviously we're early on, phase 1, phase 2, OTAs get going soon, so it'll ramp up. But he said, yeah, that's every day. Today it was a post route that he probably threw it 60 yards right on the money. A few days ago it was a keeper. Just to be able to flip his hips, fling that thing right on the money. Excited to see the competition ramp up at OTAs. So again, I think Ben Johnson doing this interview today, I don't know if it was planned. I don't know if he was already booked. Whatever the case may be, I think it was important coming out of that ESPN report because the Bears declined to comment on that, which I don't blame them. They don't want to put focus on that. Ben's answer to that question from Cowherd was good. And also it was an opportunity to kind of shed light on what he's seeing so far with Caleb, what the plan is to develop Caleb. And again, you just listen to him talking, like, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, I like that. Like, it's obvious. How many times with the Eberflus, Waldron, all these guys before, you're like, okay, like, I hope that works, but that's not really how I would do it. It's all set up for Caleb. It's all set up. People could be mad at him because he had a thought at one point he wanted to be a Viking. People could be like his dad's a loser or whatever. He's got everything he needs. Like, if this doesn't work out, I actually, for the first time maybe, don't think we can blame the Bears. Now, could something unforeseen come up? Absolutely. But I don't think his rookie year of chaos will derail his whole career. I just do not think that'll happen. I don't think Ben will let it happen. I don't think Caleb will let it happen. I think he's too damn competitive for that to be the case. And we're already hearing reports of him being there after hours doing the mental reps in the indoor facility because he's trying to get the details right. That's the Ben Johnson effect, no doubt about it. And then I just want to re-hit this. This was from April. This is Caleb on his new head coach. Being able to be in this position, being able to have a first year the way I did, the ups and downs, and then to be able to come in here, be as confident as I was last year or possibly even more, and to be able to get here with the group that we have. I really can't wait to get to work with these guys. Him pushing me is key. I know that. He knows that. I can't wait and to be able to help me learn more about ball because he's super smart and he's super sharp. I really think this is going to work. And maybe I'm naive and, it's just going to be same old Bears, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I trust Ben Johnson. I believe in Caleb Williams' talent. I think the talent around him is pretty damn good. Not saying it's a Hall of Fame team around him, but there's pieces to work with. The cupboard is not dry. So it's go time. It's go time. Can't skip steps. Next few months are going to be critical to get this thing put together, but I'm fired up about it. The ESPN report isn't changing how I feel about that at all. And in some ways, I feel even better about it now after hearing from Ben Johnson. Will Caleb Williams take a big jump in year 2? Type Y for yes, or you can type in for no. I think there's a damn good chance he's going to because just on the coaching alone, that is going to help him make better decisions, get through reads faster, and just play with more confidence. All right, that's going to do it for Chicago Bears Now. Thanks to everybody for tuning in and who you made it to the end of the video. That makes you a real one. Hit that subscribe button. See you guys soon.